us. And so I have the privilege of chairing today's meeting, which I believe will be a fairly short one, but I do want to start by recognizing that today is Indigenous Peoples Day. And on Indigenous Peoples Day this year, we have an opportunity to use this holiday for collective learning and collective action. The Redistricting Commission is in a position that squarely impacts Indigenous people and sovereign nations. And we are taking steps towards the recognition of the legacies of the broken treaties here in Washington State. And since time immemorial, American Indians, Alaska Natives, and Native Hawaiians have built vibrant and diverse cultures, safeguarding land, language, spirit, knowledge, and tradition across generations. So I raise my hand in recognition to the invaluable contributions and resiliency of Indigenous peoples and their inherent sovereignty. Gunashish. Thank you. So for today's meeting, it looks like the first order of business is, should we do roll call? Can I ask staff to do a quick roll call?
Lisa seems to be unable to access her microphone. So if we can have all the commissioners do roll. Commissioner Graves.
Present.
Commissioner Fain.
Present.
Commissioner Walkinshaw.
Present.
And today's chair, Commissioner Sims.
Present.
Thank you so much.
Sean. Thank you, Sean. I think the first item of business is to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. All right, we are moving through our agenda. I think the next item on the agenda is discussion. So I'd like to check in with the other members of the commission, see if there are any discussion items for today. I'm seeing some collective shaking of the heads. So no discussion items for today. Fantastic. All right, then the next item of business is public testimony. Lisa and Sean, I understand that we had some people signed up to give public comment today. And Sean, will you please call our first panel? We'll remind the panelists that each commenter has 2 minutes to provide public input. At the end of that public input, I'll check in with the members of the commission to see if they have any additional questions.
Of course, Chair, our first panel will only be a panel of 2, although we did have 7 individuals sign up, only 2 are currently in the meeting. We will begin with Rachel. If we can get you to turn on your video, unmute yourself, and begin your testimony, please. We're not getting a response from Rachel, and we'll go to Toller Brian. Toller, if you're able to turn on your video, unmute yourself, and please begin your testimony.
Okay, here I am. Are everybody able to hear me? Okay, thank you. Are we talking legislative districts or congressional districts today?
Today, you can give public comment and feedback on either map.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to start off with legislative districts then. My name's Toller Brian. I live in District 9 currently. According to 3 of the, I guess actually all 4 of the commissioners, I will not be in District 9 after the redistricting because I'm right on the border with District 4. So I want to commend Commissioner Walkinshaw for listening to me, because the rest of you did not, as far as what I thought should be done with District 9. So I was really disappointed in that regard. I don't see him on here right off the bat. I know he's there, but anyway. Okay. Oh, there he is over there. District 9 is basically a rural district with the exception of the northern portion of it. the northern portion of it can move to District 4. I'd have no issues with that. Commissioner Walkinshaw is the only one that did that, even though he then cut off the southern part of District 9 and put it in 16. But at least those are areas of common interest. They're rural areas, they're farming, they're ranching, they're wheat farming, okay? That's the comment I have on legislative districts. As far as congressional districts are concerned, I was really kind of surprised that, again, I'm District 5, and let's see, Commissioner Sims went north and south with District 5. So did Commissioner Graves. Commissioner Walkinshaw did to a certain extent, but moved it over to the left. But nowhere did I see, other than perhaps Walkinshaw and Sims, listen to the tribal things about keeping the tribes together. So overall, I favor pretty much the status quo as outlined in Commissioner Graves' map. And that's my time.
Thank you for your testimony, sir. Sean, is our other?
Chair, our other attendee who was in the meeting has dropped, so Toller is the only individual who is in the meeting to testify.
Great. Any questions from members of the commission? Okay. Well, we thank you, Mr. Bryant, for your public comment today.
Can I ask a question?
I think we've got enough time for you to ask a question, sure.
Question I have is, why did 3 of the 4 commissioners not follow what I testified to previously with District 9? And I'll start with Commissioner Graves. Can you answer that question, please?
I forgot to ask the chair if I'm okay. This isn't exactly a question and response time. I'll just say that there are an almost infinite number of things that we all have to take into account when drawing our maps.
Yeah, I think that's that response probably holds true for all of the commissioners, unless another commissioner wanted to weigh in there. All right, seeing no hands, thank you again for your testimony, Mr. Bryan. And there is no other work before our commission today. I think it would be appropriate to entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All right. Paul, you're off mute. Is this just because you're ready to vote, or?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So it's been moved and seconded. No discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Okay, motion carries. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.